TikTok is evolving, and it doesn't want our content anymore. It just wants our money, and it wants us to become salespeople. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about how TikTok went from the place to be to now the place to sell, baby, sell, and pay. Don't forget about the payment. Hello, I'm V, and I stream across platforms on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok every day, and the landscape of social media is changing fast. If you're not chronically online, like I am, you might not notice what's happening with TikTok, but I have, and I have the receipts, so let's just start. TikTok is just being brutally honest about what they want from us as creators, and it's not our content. Open TikTok today. You're gonna see this.
Don't use promote for your new account, or TikTok's backend will think you are a paid user and won't give you any traffic. If someone tells you such a thing, you can just break off relations with them.
That ad was promoted by TikTok US and showed up on my For You feed. I recorded it right on my phone. It stopped my scroll because it was such obvious AI slop. This ad, promoted by TikTok US, is literally telling its users to forget your friends who may be looking out for your best interest. Drop them. Forget them. Forget those clowns. They're crazy. They're crazy. It's not even subtle, but it is brutally honest. TikTok isn't lying to you. They want you to ignore the doubt. They want you to get rid of the naysayers and do what they want you to do. Spend, baby, spend. And sell, baby, sell. And all of this just lines up perfectly where I think TikTok is going, which is the QVC of this generation. Now, I'm a baby millennial, so I never really had QVC in the sense that, like, I never used QVC because that was for my parents and my grandparents who raised me. And I think TikTok is quickly becoming that, but like for millennials and Gen Z. Because TikTok is pushing just this. Buy ads, direct ads, to promise reach, top reach, prime time. These are words ripped from their own marketing, by the way. Because we have these obvious ads and they're mixed in with the more nefarious things that are also happening on the platform. Because the nefarious bit are those ads that you probably don't realize are ads. This non-disclosing of ads, these ads that are baked into the platform. Because the platform really isn't interrupting your experience with ads anymore. That is the experience. That is the content. The ads are the experience. I know that sucks, or at least it should suck. Why are we doing this, right? Because these ads are coming directly to us. And we know it's happening. We see the headlines, right? In 2025 alone, US users on the app of TikTok spent more than $10 billion inside the app. One thing I want to say before we go further is I don't think this is the end of TikTok. I think this is just the evolution of social media, the evolution of TikTok leading the way, because we are dawning the era of a small business influencer. And it's not just buy this, is it? It's become the person who sells this, which I think is, again, way different than buy this, subscribe to my Patreon, check out this cool video I made on my TikTok, check out this info I made visually appealing and I think would entertain you. We're moving beyond that. Become the person that sells this. Sell how to sell. It is a weird cycle to turn us into buyers and create sellers to perpetuate the cycle. We see the numbers, right? Like, these numbers aren't something that you can just fib. $10 billion of consumer spending took place in this app last year. That is bonkers. For those of you who don't really know what QVC is, it actually stands for quality, value, and convenience. And that is why I started this video off by saying TikTok is becoming the new QVC, and they are doing so successfully, mind you. But once you start picking at the surface of this sort of like recruit to QVC pipeline, you start realizing something cyclical that is an issue. I think it should be an issue. You buy the product, or the company will give you the product, right? You make the video, your video doesn't do well, so you spend to promote the video to make more sales. To me, it seems a bit rigged. It seems like TikTok is the direct benefactor from all of this movement. Your labor, by the way. And they want you stuck in that loop. Because it feels good when you promote your video and you get a few sales, but then you're kind of dependent on the cycle. You're dependent on TikTok. You hope it works. Because if you look at the comment section of this TikTok ad that, again, they ran out of their own ad spend, people are saying this is not working. The reach is inconsistent. You are not crazy. And advertisers are calling it what it is, right? It is dog water. It's a scam. Because there's legit advertisers out there that do buy ad space on other platforms that don't operate the way that TikTok does. Advertisers are calling TikTok system a black box. Business Insider says this exactly, calling TikTok's newer systems this black box with limited control over any outcomes. Good luck. Good luck out there. Thank you for the monies. We're throwing it out. I hope it sticks. That's unreliable. This automation of ad space and ad spend is ramping up. TikTok will use tools like GMV Max and other automation tools, and it takes your budget, and with no or little human input, it will just distribute that automatically. Again, with no human analysis or input. And I think that should be called a scam. I think we should call that what it is and stop feeding that. Never bought ads. I'm looking at the comments, and why would I want to? Well, where else are you gonna run ads is probably what TikTok would say, right? Are you gonna go to Twitch or Amazon? Yeah, Good luck, man. There's no algorithm to push you over there. TikTok knows what it has. It has a grade A algorithm that knows exactly what you want to see when you want to see it. The low effort and high scalability of TikTok is what gives it its edge, right? It moves fast, it breaks everything, and it says, well, we tried. And it's successful. As I said, right? People in the comments are noticing. The ads feel spammy. Quite literally AI slop. People report trying it, never wanting to do it again because it just was awful. Mostly folks are just calling it a big waste of money, but other folks are saying they depend on this for reach, and now they're in this weird relationship with TikTok ad spend. So whether you want more profile views, more followers, more video views, likes, and comments, you can do that. You can try to do that using TikTok, because we know TikTok is pay to play. It rewards conversions. It rewards how much money you put in and how much money you're able to generate. So if you're looking to stimulate the algorithm, it is definitely pay to play, but that is not even guaranteed anymore. This is QVC era TikTok, baby. Take anything away from this video, it is stay making good content. Make the stuff you like. Make the stuff that's good for the souls. Because if we don't, that is how we are going to keep ending up with these feeds full of duplicate products, copy and paste ads. Just to wrap up here, that ad, it's just brutally honest, right? 2026 is just the era of saying the quiet part out loud and leaving everyone's flabbergasted, I guess. So if we're saying the quiet part out loud now, I'm gonna say my quiet part out loud. This is bad. It's a scam. Don't pay TikTok. Make good content. And until next time, I'm V. Bye.